Okay, great. Are you okay? Hi. Um, sorry.
Where do we open the slide at?
Oh, so that's a great question, Tehran. In order to create one of these slides, you go to your Gmail, go to these dots over here, click on them, and then go to slides. Click on slides and go to new blank slide at the top, blank. And then you title your
Say
presentation
go to what? Go to slides.
slides and then blank slide at the top. Title your presentation, your name, and advertisement campaign.
You said title it. Where? Wait, where did I title it at?
At the top.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm naming what?
Advertisement campaign. And
All
I'm going
right.
to write something in here really quick. Start on your final paper if you're done with ad. Hold on 1 minute. Um, in the comments right now, guys, I'm typing for the people who are already going ahead with their paper. And then I'm going to return back to the ad because like this, I'm going back over last class and I don't want it to feel like unfair for people who are caught up already. Okay. Back to the ad. So everybody, I think Samaya, you could probably start this. Look in the comments. You can create a Google Doc, a blank one, and then just share it with me. Okay. So start working on these questions and like paper while I'm going over this. For everybody else, I'm back. Okay. So this is for everybody who's still like working on their slide. If you want to insert word art, I'm gonna show you how to do it. You go to
That's
insert
a
word
question we
art.
should put.
What?
I said, is that a question that we can put
What do you mean? The what I just
in
typed
the
in the
chat?
chat?
Yeah.
So Tehran, what I just typed in the chat is the essay that you're going to be writing about the ad. But that's only for people who are done making their ad. Because some people in this class, awesome job, they already made this whole visual. Does that make sense? But some people are still making it. So, and I think Malik, I don't know if I didn't get yours. And Malika, I didn't get your finished product. So why don't you guys watch this as I'm doing like how to do insert picture, how to format everything, okay? Um, so, okay, I was doing insert word art to make your catchy title look nice. So I'm gonna write in the words catchy title, press enter. And once I press enter, I'll have this here. I did insert word art and I'll have the catchy title. Now I can make it any color I want, like green. I can make the outline orange. I can change the font to make it look better, to make it look like scripty. Now I can move this wherever I want. I just hold it down and I move it. All right, so that's a way that you can make font look really good or use word art. All right, next thing in your ad, I'm going to go to the assignment sheet. What do I have to have in this ad? All right, I got to have an image containing my product. So for example, I think Malika said she was doing like the detox tea or something, like that tea that she was trying to use. So I'm going to go to Iago tea. I'm going to go to images. Whenever you do your product, you usually do images. Oh, it's Iaso tea, not Iago. Iaso tea. All right, so maybe I want to drag an image of the tea. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to hold it down and I'm going to drag it up into my slideshow. So that is one way you can drag a picture in, or you can do insert, image, search from web, or search the web. Now on the side, Google Images pops up and you can do neon sky or something. Oh yeah, cool. I want to make this, I want to put this image in there. And then you should be able to just drag it in like that. So there's all different ways that you can add images of your product. And if you look at my example, I added images of a rose because it's rose hip oil. So if you want to do that, if you want to make the whole background a picture, you go to slide, or no, you go to, you go to background. You can make it just a plain color like blue. Okay, cool, I'm done. I just want a color. Or you can make the background an image. If you want to do that, you go to Google image search. Maybe I want to make the background the sky. Insert. Cool, I made the background the sky. All right, but still my product is still here and it's front and center because I want to sell it. That's what we've been looking at, you know, is people selling Gatorade, people selling milk, people selling whatever your ad that you picked was. We've been looking at a ton of things where makers are trying to persuade people to do something or use this rhetoric to make them do something. So you need to have a picture of your image. Okay, so cool, I did the first two. Now I need to choose, do I want to do facts about my product, or do I want to put a spokesperson endorsing it? So somebody saying, oh, this is a good product. I lost a lot of weight with this product, or whatever your product is. So I decided I want to do a spokesperson endorsing this tea. So I'm going to go to Google Images, Yasso tea. We call them testimonials. Testimonials is, that word is whenever you see on like a diet, you know, or on Instagram or something, they do the before and after. So it's saying like people's personal stories of how this product was good for them. With hair products, it could be somebody who has beautiful hair and you see it and you're like, I want to buy that product, right? So I'm going to try to use a testimonial. So I'll use her. I don't know who this is, but apparently she used Yasso and it worked for her. So maybe I'm going to use like, now I want to say like what that is. I don't want to leave an image. So I go to insert text box, and you can draw a box anywhere to type in, because PowerPoint, I mean, Google Slides won't really let you type. Before and after with Yasso tea. And then you could put quotes like, or like if you have a picture of yourself, you can do like, I lost 5 pounds or something, right? And I think I want to move my image to the middle because, yeah, like I want to make it big, right? And then I decided I also want to do facts. So I also want to insert another text box because it looks kind of blank over here. I'm going to be like, made with, what does it say it's made of? 1 gallon of herbal tea, right? Because this is logos. We got to like say what's in it. People want to be informed about what is the actual ingredients. Made with 1 gallon of herbal tea, costs, blah, 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 the price of it. Available, where can you buy this? At www.blablabla.com. You have to look at this stuff, right? How to use. Somebody did this on theirs. They did how to use. Stir 1 teaspoon of tea into cup with the tea, right? So it's whatever your product is. You're just making sure you have facts and ingredients, or and a spokesperson, like a spokesperson who is promoting the product. Okay. Now, the last thing on the checklist that we had, so I did facts and a spokesperson endorsing it. The last thing is the brand's logo. So like the actual picture of the brand's company, whatever they use. So I went on the Now website, Now Solutions, and I just took their, like if you type in EASOT logo, you should see this. Like TLC is the company that makes it. So I'm just going to put TLC Total Life Changes in my thing and make it really small because the brand doesn't really matter, but people want to see the brand. So you could put it like at the bottom somewhere or at the top, okay? Now, of course, you're going to make sure that the text looks really good. So you could go over here, highlight it, play around with the font. You can make it bigger. You can use, a lot of times people use bullet points like that, like dash and then space to make it like list. Like this is a title. I would make it big and bold, right? You can do bold too. So really play around with the formatting and make it look good. Oh, and the last thing is, last class I showed you guys how to do like borders and fill in it. So I'll show you how to do that on the pictures, okay? So if you go to any picture that you have on here, you can go to format. No, oops. Okay. Border color right here. So these are your best friends up here. Border color. You go to orange, you go to border weight, and then look, you can outline your boxes to make it so that people's eyes like go right into it. So again, how I did that, I clicked on the picture I wanted to use. I go up here to border color, border weight, border dash, and I want to make this border color blue. So if I go over here, there is actually a border there, but it's too thin. I can't see it. So I'm going to go to border weight and be like, all right, I want it thick. Ooh, look at that. Now you see the border, right? So these are all little tricks you can use to make your ad like not only be informative, but also make it look good so that people want to buy the product. Sometimes when if you have a business, like a lot of you have a clothing business, you have a makeup business, you even promote your services, right? You say, I can do your makeup, I can do your hair, I'm going to make a mixtape. If it doesn't look good, like with the font and the colors in our society where everything's on social media, everything's like so graphic on the internet, if it doesn't look good, people are not going to take it seriously. So of course this like doesn't look the best, but I would probably like go back in and change some stuff about the font. All right. So, oh, more people came in. Cool. Oh, Nasir and Selena's back. And Tamai, hello. So everybody who was in here, I know Nasir, I got your advertisement, like you've been working on it. It's okay, Selena. So Nasir and Samaya, I got your advertisements. So this lesson is just for people who were not here. They weren't here last class. I'm just explaining it now. Everybody who Nasir, so since you're done with the actual ad, right? Um, I am gonna copy and paste you the structure of the paper you need to write about the ad. I just put it in the chat. And you can, Samaya and Nasir, I'm gonna check your ads right now. I'm going to give you feedback right now because we finished kind of like doing the lesson. So Kian, I know you just came in. Unfortunately, you just missed the first half hour kind of lesson on how to make the final product. If you missed it, this is being recorded and it's going on YouTube. So it's going on the YouTube channel. I will just explain it really quick one more time. Not how to do all the stuff, but just where to find the assignment sheet. So for you have two final products. One is a visual, like a creative advertisement, and one is a paper on your advertisement. So you can find this assignment sheet under advertisement campaign. Click on that advertisement campaign under English 4. Looks like this. Now, this is what your ad must have in it. These 4 things. This is due to me by this Friday. So you have 2 days to make this advertisement. But I'm showing you guys the one that I made and how to do some of this. Watch the YouTube video of how to do some of this formatting, like how to put boxes, how to do word art. But please look at the 4 things that your advertisement needs to have. They're right here. Can everybody find that product just so I know you have it? Now, checkpoint 4 is just 5 questions about what you're going to do your advertisement on. So it just says, what product will you be selling? Why is this your favorite product? What parts do you want to highlight in the ad? How will you sell this product to teens in particular? So right now, I'm going to look at 2 students' advertisements who are done. They got a head start. They're both seniors. They needed to get their advertisements done. And I'm going to give them some feedback on what they've done. So if I were you guys, and you don't have the ad done yet or whatever, I would watch the samples of what your classmates have done, open up checkpoint 4 and the final explanation for the final product. Have that open on Summit. We're going to go through the ones that I've received from the 2 students who submitted it. Sorry. Give me 1 minute. I need to find them. There we go. All right, Samaya, I'm going to do yours first. Oh, okay. This looks nice. So she did long hair, don't care. Love it. So that is definitely a great catchy title. Long hair, don't care. So Samaya, one thing that you might want to do just while you're in it, can you make this catchy title a little bigger and maybe just move it? No, it's fine where it is. Just make it a little bigger and maybe like bold it, because I'm not sure yet that this is the title. I want to know, like, this is your title. Okay. So I see that Samaya chose to do Grow Hair Vitalizer for severely damaged hair. Okay. So you have the product, an image of the product. Awesome. You have the Do Grow brand logo. Awesome. And then you chose to do facts or logos about the product. So you said this product is good to hydrate dry, brittle hair. Ingredients are water, mineral oil, aloe gel, and a little sulfur. Can decrease breakage. Has an ivory soap bar scent. Awesome. So my critique on this is I love your facts that you used and like what you chose to highlight about it. I'm wondering though, when this is open, when it's kind of like big, and I'll even show it as a slideshow, like full screen. I'm wondering if we think that this part, which is like one of the most important parts of this advertisement, to know the facts about it, if this part could be a little bit taller and like more spread out. So when somebody's looking at a magazine, and I'm going to click on your box and I'm just going to show you what this might look like, and you could decide if you want to do it. When somebody's looking at a magazine or a billboard, their eye is like, they can't squint to read little font. It needs to be bold. It needs to be pretty, right? I would even change this font out of Arial. Do something prettier, right? Because your title's so pretty, like maybe this, like something like a different font. Because that just like doesn't look as appealing as your title does. So I'll put it back. But my suggestion is you space out the facts and maybe put where it's available, like make that a little bit smaller so that you could have some more room for the facts. Does that make sense? Like you could even put available down here, like move that around. I would almost make this whole side here like a fact bar. And you could even put available at your local beauty store inside of this box once you make it bigger. Okay. So that's what I would do, Samaya. Like to just random edits. Okay. Nasir, to answer your question, how are we supposed to write the paragraph? Wait. You're writing it on create a blank Google Doc. Blank Google Doc that you're going to share with me. So just a blank Google Doc. And then let me look really quick at yours, Nasir. And everybody who's just like hanging out and starting to plan theirs, use these samples as like things that you can do well, things that you could fix. I'm going to bring up Nasir's because he had a good one also. For those ready for the ring. Oh, I love it. And you fixed so much from the last time because it looked a little busy last time. All right. So Nasir's product was a punching bag. And he wanted to sell this specific. Oh, that's what my feedback was to you. For the logo, Nasir, was it, that's what I was saying. The boxing club, Title Boxing Club, was that the brand of the actual bag? Like a Title bag? I don't know anything about it. Okay, cool. So then you're fine. So this is a Title Boxing bag. Awesome. For those ready for the ring. I love that title. He made it nice and big, bold, looks really good. And then I love this quote that he used, don't be afraid, it can take it. I'm just going to move this down a little, Nasir, and maybe even like center it somewhere. Like make sure it just looks like the eye can totally see it. Nasir, the only feedback I have for you right now, and then he has facts. We'll work your upper half out 100%. Maybe even you could put the muscles, like it'll work on your delts, your biceps, your forearms. I don't know. Our punching bags are made of leather, a synthetic material such as vinyl or plastic. What are you doing? Well, thank you. My mom just gave me a bagel. Anyway, that's very nice of her. Our punching bags are made of leather, a synthetic material. So I was confused about that because is it made of leather or is it made of a synthetic material such as vinyl or plastic? Like, just make that a little bit clearer. I don't know what that is. But for the most part, this is pretty good. And then in Nasir's paper, he's going to talk about like how this quote, don't be afraid, it can take it. Like how that quote is using pathos to make people feel tough, right? Make people have feelings of toughness. And then he's going to do a paragraph about logos and how he's using facts to sell this product and what kind of facts he pointed out. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so just fix this part in particular because it's a little hard to understand. Okay. All right, so peeps, I'm going to do a check-in right now for everybody who's in the class. Can you please write in the chat? This is how I'll like know where you're at, know you're tuned in. Can you please write to me where you're at with your final product, where you're at with your advertisement? This is where you could be at. You could be at checkpoint 4, answering the planning questions. So you're answering 5 questions about what product you're actually going to like do. You could be at making your slide, right? You're just like trying to figure out how to make this whole slide, how to make this advertisement. So which one are you at? Are you at the planning stages or you're literally making the advertisement? So Tehran is getting started with his ad. Awesome. Now, Tehran, I suggest that you start on checkpoint 4 and you just answer the questions about the product you found. I will be selling blank, blank, blank. Why is this your favorite product? It's my favorite product because blank, 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 right? Now, everybody else, where are you at? Are you on the planning stages or are you making the actual ad on Google Slides? Or some of you are starting the paper. The seniors, I think, that are in here because their stuff is due earlier. I'm waiting in the chat for people to respond where they're at. Or if you need help on a paragraph, can you check it one more time? Okay. If you need help with things, also put that in the chat right now. It looks a lot better. And then sulfur is just spelled wrong. It's U-R. But that looks really good. Now, would you make... Wait. Oh, crap. And I'll show you what it'll look like if you do. If you make it bigger and move it. Oh, I see why. Because maybe it wouldn't be like on the hair. That's just such a good title and it's not popping out. So yes, Keon. Okay, so good. You're starting today and you could finish everything. Okay, so we're gonna stay on and I'll like guide you through it. I would even try, Samaya, to just do like a highlight thing so that it pops out. And I go to highlight color, maybe like a gray or something. I don't know if you want to do that, something to make the title like an underline, something like that. Because it's like not sticking out that much. It looks like you have like a, uh, no, maybe not that. What could I do to make it stick out? Even bigger? I don't know, Samaya. Should I change a color? I think the color's pretty, but like, oh, maybe we could do like border color, like a black border color, and then border weight. Sorry, everybody. I'll come back to you in a minute. I'm just like getting carried away here. Oh no, get that out. No, I think the color's pretty. Um, Maybe it's just the hair, like the hair and the white background and like the hair or something. I don't know. Play around with the title. Play around with the title, but I think other than that, the facts bar looks so much better. Putting that beauty supply thing underneath, that looks a lot better. Okay. So I'm gonna X out of that. Now, let me just get this all kind of like organized here. Everybody in here should be on checkpoint 4. Open up checkpoint 4. It says final product questions. Final product questions. Final product questions. You should be able to do these questions by 11:30. They are very easy. They're just like, tell me what you're doing. And then press request feedback. Also, since new people came in, I just want to check in with everybody with like all of the protests, and the protests were mostly peaceful, but some of the riots and the lootings that have been going on in your neighborhoods, how is everybody doing with that? I know West Philly was like hit very hard by a lot of the looting. I know North Philly was hit very hard by a lot of the looting. An ATM machine blew up. How are you guys doing with all of that? That's smart, John. Have people like mostly been in the house? Nasir, this is being recorded. So I hope you mean, I know you mean you got stuff for your to protect people, right? You got posters, you got protest posters. So if anybody needs protest posters, go to Nasir. He has all the material to make them. So yeah, guys, don't, it's so complex that the protests are for an actual, it's for an actual reason. That's tragic, and police brutality has been going on for so long now. It's not a new thing. And we talked in my other class about how with the pandemic happening and everybody being at home, some people being unemployed, it seemed like this ripe time to do something that might be more destructive, whether it was looting or rioting. People need things. What time will I be posting? I missed a couple of things on how to do it. Okay, Tehran. It's usually posted an hour after the class. So I'll send you the link after the class. But right now, Tehran, just do that checkpoint for the questions. Everybody should be doing those planning questions because you can get that done right now. Um, but yeah, it's just like complex. I mean, I was in Brooklyn and yesterday and it was just, it was a peaceful protest and people were just grieving and sad about what has happened to, well, not what has happened to, what has always been between a lot of police officers and Black folks in this country. Like, go for that, the looting and the rioting. Like, I'm just, I don't know, maybe you guys have some thoughts on it, like why that's happening. But it's very reminiscent of like the Rodney King riots in back in the early 90s. Philly was also hit really hard with those riots and lootings. Yeah, I want you guys to stay safe, and I hope that none of your properties or your family's businesses or anything like that are ruined, because Black owned businesses should not be ruined. Because that would kind of defeat the point, right? Oh, did they? Am I not recording anymore? Last class I was talking about this, and Google just stopped recording me. I'm like, is someone watching me? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I just want you guys to stay safe and don't think about the right thing to do when it comes to the looting and the stealing and stuff. Like, I don't know. I think that it's complex, but I think it turns people off, and like that's kind of what we've been seeing in the news. Um but sometimes, these more violent things are necessary for change. So maybe it's good. It's just whatever. But I am interested in what you guys think, so you can tune in on the chat if you have any thoughts. Um, uh, okay, what else? What else are we doing? Okay, so basically, just for today, I wanted you guys to be working on your advertisements. And do you want me to go over some of the formatting stuff again, like people who missed it? Anybody? Okay. Also, a reminder to people as you're thinking about your final grade. Um, if you don't have all the checkpoints done, either green or yellow, you cannot pass the term. So it's not just about a final product, it's about all of these. So if I go into my summit, and you guys probably are looking at it, and I go to students, no, that's not how I do it. I go to feedback. I can see everybody's name and what checkpoints they've done or that I've graded for them. Oh, sorry, I need to like put her thing in here. So if you're missing some of these circles, then you can't pass the final. I have to do all 4 checkpoints today. Okay. Well, good luck to you. The 4th one is not that hard. And actually, I don't know. All of them are challenging, but they're not impossible. So just know that I can look at so for example, Keon, he told me he has to do all 4. There is no red for him. It's just blank. So if your thing doesn't say red, that doesn't mean you're like good. It means you have to look to see if there's a green for every single thing. And then Malik, I need your checkpoint 4. Um, okay, so you will get your progress reports. I think Mr. Rogers is sending them to us at the end of the day today, and then we email them out to you like last time. I have not received them from him yet, so that's why you haven't gotten them yet. Um, and then just so you know, and this is very important, tomorrow at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. tomorrow, we are having the Yes Philly community meeting that we had last progress report. Please come to it because you'll get your awards. If you have a green, if you have 4 greens, like this person has 4 greens, this person has 4 greens. If you have 4 greens, you will be getting an award in each subject, and they're going to give you $10 on Cash App for each subject that you have all greens in. They're not doing Amazon gift cards, they're doing Cash App. So, a little incentive to get your grades going. You can get cash on Cash App, which is always good. We can always find something to get with that, whether it's food, clothes, or whatever, rent, utilities, that will come in handy. Okay, so does anybody have any questions about, what's due on Friday in 2 days? 2 days. What is due on Friday is just the advertisement. Just the one slide on Google Slides for your product. That is what is due in 2 days. Since I gave you since last week to do it, I'm expecting that when I look at them, they're going to be mostly perfect, except for maybe like how I looked at Samaya's and I just said one comment about it, like one little change. But they should not be plain, and they should not be missing information. Okay. And then once again, if you need to see where, like what the heck should be in my ad, it is on English 4 advertisement campaign. It says advertisement campaign with a little star next to it, right? Little star right here. Click on that. And then you'll see the this assignment sheet. All right, so I'm gonna stay on with you guys because these last 2 classes are literally me having like a mini lesson that's why you guys need to come in the beginning. Having a mini lesson for about half an hour about how to do the final product, and then you guys working on that final product. Because remember, like when we're in Yes Philly, that last week of school is everybody being like, let me write my essay, let me do this, and I let you guys work in class. So it's not very different online. So what I'm gonna do right now is everybody needs to stay on. We're gonna end at 11:45, so I'm giving you 20 more minutes. Everybody needs to stay on and just be working on checkpoint 4. Checkpoint 4, final product questions. I'm going to look at my feedback thing and wait for people to submit it for feedback. Do this now. All right, I haven't received anybody's checkpoint 4 yet, but I'm hoping you're all working on it right now. Nasir, did I receive your checkpoint 4? I got Samaya's. Yeah, I did. Okay, sorry. Samaya and Nasir, you can both go when you create a Google Doc. So go to this, go to Docs, go to blank, go to the title, and type in your name and advertisement rhetorical analysis. That's going to be the title of your paper. And then you're going to share it with me. Go to share. Do CCURRAN at yesphilly.org. And then, oh, what about the essay? It's due next Wednesday for you. Here are the questions.
How many paragraphs the essay got be?
I just gave you the questions. It's 4 paragraphs. So look in your chat and I'll read it out to you. The intro paragraph is where you describe your product and the soaps of the product. Remember, soaps means speaker, occasion, audience, purpose. That was like that chart that we filled out. So you need to do that for your advertisement, okay? Second paragraph, where did you use ethos, pathos, or logos in your ad? Give me an example. It could be the quotes you use. It could be the facts, the ingredients. And then tell me, how did that sell your product? Third paragraph, where's another place where you use ethos, pathos, logos? Give me an example of where and how that sells your product. Conclusion, do you think that this ad would sell your product? Why? And what did you do well? So there are 4 paragraphs about the ad you make, okay? And then Nasir, what you put in the title is this: your name, advertisement rhetorical analysis. And I'm going to paste this. I'm going to create like a final, because I had this, I just didn't upload it into Summit. This will be on, let me do it right now, sorry. Let me just do it right now onto Summit. And you can see how a checkpoint is made. But this is what it should look like. And then if you want, if everybody wants right now, everybody can create a blank Google Doc and just copy and paste the outline I just put in the chat on your doc. So I'm going to make it bigger. Oh, Lord. Okay, so that's the outline for each paragraph. I'll leave it up. And I'll put it in the chat. The reason why it's not on Summit yet, I just remembered what happened. Teachers can't upload their own final product. Like, you can't create it in the moment, so I had to send it to Mr. Rogers. He needs to upload it. But everybody copy, I just put it in the chat, what needs to go in each paragraph for the essay. And then you might be wondering, like, okay, so where would my quotations go? Like, because every essay needs to have a quote from a text. Your second and third paragraph, when you give the examples from your advertisement, you're going, and we'll go over this too next week. We'll go over some sentence starters and stuff, but some people didn't finish the ad yet. So Nasir and Samaya, you can submit to me your draft or whatever, and then before next Wednesday, I'll put some feedback on it in email because I know yours is due on Wednesday. Okay. But what I was saying is like when you do evidence, so for example, for Samaya's ad, when she looks at this and is like, where did I use ethos, pathos, or logos? I already see that the mood or the feeling of her ad is long hair, don't care. Like, there's like, it's like, there's a feeling to it. Like, it makes the audience feel something, like, whether it's desire to have long hair, whether it's like this attitude of like, anybody could have long hair and like it's gonna look good and I'm not gonna care that people say it doesn't look good, or like because it's gonna be healthy, you know, and this product will help make it healthy. So if Samaya wanted to say in her essay, okay, I use pathos and logos in my ad, because remember, pathos is all, just a little review, pathos is about feelings in the audience. So how your ad makes the audience feel about the product. So when I look at Samaya's ad, I'm like, okay, I have a feeling of confidence because she's like long hair, don't care. I have a feeling of glamour or like beauty. Now, when you're typing your sentence, you're going to be like, my advertisement uses pathos to inspire a feeling of confidence in the audience, in teenage girls. That's your audience. When you fill out the soaps, you're going to say like, okay, audience is teenage girls. And then here's, so like, get this out of here. So that's your topic sentence, right? What, if it's a pathos, logos, that's a topic sentence. Now I'm going to give an example. Where did you use that? Where do we see confidence? In the advertisement, there is an image, a large image of a girl, a young girl with long natural hair. It looks pretty healthy, right? It looks healthy. And what else does it look like? It looks like she's kind of mad, but okay, goodness here. So watch what I'm typing for the paragraph so that like you see kind of like what needs to go in there.
I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about.
You ready now?
Let's do like a comb.
A poem?
Yes, a comb.
Oh, a comb. Like you're selling a comb?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait, who is that?
It's Shire.
Shire, I didn't see you come in. Hi. Did you just pop in right now?
No, I've been in here for like a good at least 10 minutes.
I had the other window open, so I didn't see that somebody else came in. I put you down for attendance though. Yeah, so like Shire, just to go over it quick, we're on English 4. This is the final product. And you can find the assignment sheet on advertisement campaign, so that you see what you actually have to include in your ad, because there are 4 things that it must contain. And then what I'm going over right now is the paper, the essay that you're going to have to write about the ad, because there's some seniors in here and their grades are due earlier. So I'm just making sure they know what to do. But for you, Shire, go to checkpoint 4. It says final product questions. And there's 5 questions right here where you could tell me what product you're doing. And then you submit that for checkpoint 4. Do you see that? It says, what product will you be selling? Why is it your favorite? What parts do you want to highlight in your ad? These questions.
Let me see. I'm looking.
Okay. If you find that, that will be the easiest checkpoint to kind of just submit to me if you know what you're doing for the product. Her hair looks healthy. Sorry, let me just finish this. Her hair looks healthy, and she has a look of, what does that look on her face? Like confidence, a look of not, what's the word for like not caring? Look of blank. You could feel that. And then you're going to say, how does that sell the product? So how does that image sell the product? Teenage girls might relate to this image and title. Oh, and I'll also put the title. There is also a title that says long hair, don't care.
You said checkpoint 4.
Yeah. They feel blank. Okay. So like that would be one of the body paragraphs when you talk about how the ad uses pathos, ethos, or logos. Now your other one, Samaya, would probably be logos, and you would talk about all of the facts that you give in that box and how those facts will sell the product. All right. So are there any, I'm going to open it up because we're going to end in about 5 minutes. Are there any questions? I know, Shayer, you wanted to have like office hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you want to do that after this class?
Yeah, do I have to wait till 1?
No, we can just hang out after the class.
Miss Christina.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. I gotta sit
What you,
down.
Tehran, what'd you say?
what you mean by what parts of your product do you want to highlight in your
Oh,
ad?
so this question, what parts of your product do you want to highlight in your ad? So when you think about why it's your favorite, like you probably said something about how you use it and you like it and it's effective. So what parts of it specifically, like, are you going to talk about the ingredients? Are you going to talk about the color of it because you love color? Are you going to talk about like what it does to your hair? Like, what parts do you really want to advertise that you think would sell it?
Miss.
Yep.
Can you go back to the draft
Yeah.
so I can play?
Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to plug in my computer. Okay, so I'll leave this up. If there are no more questions about, remember, I'm just going to say final thing. Your slide, the ad that's just one slide, is due to me, due shared with me on email by Friday. And I'll show you just a few more examples. I'm sure these people wouldn't mind if I showed some examples. But here's another example of someone's ad about this product. It's a Manuka honey glowing like serum. You see they have their catchy title. They have the benefits of the honey, where it's available, some products, some facts and ingredients. Specifically, I'm going to tell them to add, because I don't really know what the product is. I just want them to add some text about the product. But this, I like this. I thought it was really like well laid out. Another one that we have was, let's go back. Here's another one. tired of getting bullied, try Iaso tea. So for hers, like I'm gonna say put a, can I insert a comment? Yes, perfect. Put a question mark, right? So that's what I'm saying to you, like these are little fixes that people can just fix in 5 minutes. Do not submit something that has absolutely nothing on it. Like, I'm just looking for small things that might have to go to get fixed. Change the font and add one more fact about the product because I don't see a lot of facts about the product. So then she could go in and fix these things. And I'm going to say it on the other one too. Where was another one? This one was hair, skin, and nail vitamins. Okay. So yeah, we went over, I had office hours with her. Okay. So, it doesn't have to be a beauty product either. Like it could be anything. A lot of people just really went for the beauty product or a hair product, but it could be food. It could be electronics. It could be anything you use all the time. Speakers, mixtape, like you want to advertise a mixtape or something. That's fine. All right. So if people are done and there are no more questions about what is due on Friday, you may sign out. You'll get your progress reports this week, and please show up for the Yes Philly community meeting at 2 p.m. tomorrow. 2 p.m. There's a link in the mailbox.
Okay, I'm about to submit the checkpoint 4 soon. I'm doing the questions.
Oh, perfect. Okay, and everybody should have submitted checkpoint 4 before you leave. Before you leave, submit checkpoint 4. So let me see who did it. I got one feedback request. Yeah, thank you.
Miss Christina, I'm about to do all this in one day. How much you want to bet?
Good.
Big fat.
All right, Nasir, I will send me your draft and then I'll put comments on it.
I'm about to sell a phone. I want to do a phone.
You want to do a phone? Okay, that's good. And then let me read yours, Kian. Okay. Just tell me, make sure it's a specific lotion. So make sure you're using the brand of the lotion that you use. So like whatever, like I'll be selling Vaseline or something. I'll be selling Aveeno, Palmer's, right? Whatever you do, because it needs to be specific. But other than that, it looks good. All right. Who did me in the chat? All right, Nasir. I need help with checkpoint 1. Okay. All right. So if everybody is done, I'm going to spend the next 15 minutes with people who need help with checkpoints 1, 2, and 3. If that's not you, you can go. So only stay on right now if you need help with checkpoints 1, 2, and 3.
Hey, Samara. I ain't talking about the same ages.
Samaya's a senior. She's
period.
out.
Period. She's trying to graduate. I'm trying to get like her.
I'm sorry you couldn't have a graduation celebration. That kind of sucks.
Maybe they'll like do it with ours. Like the next graduating class?
Yeah, the next graduating class is gonna be, I think it's gonna be a big ceremony. Because
I know where we should have it at. Like I gotta talk to Ms. Rich.
Wait,
I got like a nice space for it.
Are you graduating after summer?
I don't think after summer. I think like I'm supposed to graduate in November. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's if you do all these checkpoints.
Well, I'm about to do them, and they're gonna be done. Period. I'm about to do them.
Okay, fine. right, let me go on to Summit. So again, I'm just saying it again. If you don't need help with checkpoints 1, 2, and 3, you may go. This is a review for some people who are behind and need to get caught up. And stay safe out there. Please just stay in the house or go to a peaceful protest.
Don't even go to the peaceful protesters because they still trying to make them violent.
They are in Philly?
Yes.
Even the ones downtown, like just the peaceful demonstrations?
No. They still throwing tear gas and rubber bullets at those people for protesting peacefully.
I know, I saw some of the videos.
Yeah, like that's disgusting.
If you do get, tear gas, it's good to like put some water and baking soda on your skin, and it will reduce the burning, and then you can go home and wash all your clothes. But yeah, the police really do overuse their power, and it's really disgusting. And
they setting cars on fire. They what else they been doing? They've been hitting police with cars. They've been throwing the tear gas back at people. They've been doing just a lot.
It's almost like we can't forget though, like why people are protesting, and it's
right,
just
all this feeling.
Don't want nobody ever like lose sight of that, and try not to let your anger about what like the violent stuff happening like from looters, like try not to let that like be the only thing you think about, because
I'm not gonna lie, cops really not nothing though. Like they're really disgusting.
They are, but the thing is that they're armed, like they have
the power to do basically what they want to do.
Right. And they can decide to be evil, or they can decide to be, well, I don't know how much good they do in a collective, but really like that's why they're such a threat, because of the amount of weapons they have, the amount of power they have, the amount of funds they have, right? People pay for police from the tax dollars.
Right.
So they are a publicly funded organization, and there's a lot going on in Philly right now about signing petitions and calling city council to help take some of that money away from police officers, because they get paid, like the police budget is so high, and from what we're seeing them do, it's a question of if it should really be that high. And I don't know. I can send you guys some links on things to sign if you want to take money away from the police. And one more thing, and then I'm going to go over the checkpoints. But the biggest positive news story that came out of this, I don't know if you saw, is that Minneapolis, where the killing of George Taylor happened, their entire public school system ended their contract with the police. So in Minneapolis, they can no longer have police officers in the schools, like as security guards. They can no longer have police officers coming in to give like classes or anything, because they ended their contract with the police, because they said, you really don't protect our people, so we're not going to give you our money as like a school district. Right. And that was one of the most positive and like actual actions.
They need to do it everywhere. They need to do it everywhere.
Right. And that's why in New York, they're really pushing to do that, because NYPD is one of the biggest police organizations, and they're in a lot of schools as security officers, or they're in a lot of schools as they go after school, right? And they make sure that kids are, not fighting or whatever. And by taking money away from them, it's more than the protest. It's people respond to money. And that's ultimately what, politics are about. A lot of it's about money. So when you're thinking about, like it seems out of control, but there are some political things that you can do to take money away from the police. And I can send it to you. I'll make a resource list if you are interested. All right. Well, going off of that, let's focus on getting you guys to get good grades and to graduate so that you can make names for yourself in this world. Checkpoint 1, practice analyzing rhetoric. Now, remember, if you don't need help with checkpoints 1, 2, 3, you can go. Isabella's here. Hi,
Isa. My checkpoint 4.
Okay. Hi, Isa. Isa, I put some comments on your ad. Can you just fix the comments that I put on? And then other than that, it's good.
Okay.
So, Isa, I'm going to copy and paste you into... Crap. Hold on 1 minute. Everybody who's waiting for checkpoint 1, hold on, because Isa is also a senior, and I need to give her... Yay, Isa. And I need to give her the essay topic. How's baby doing over there?
She's good. Thank you.
Remind me of the name again.
Huh?
Remind me of baby's name again.
Madison.
Oh. Is she sleeping throughout the night?
No.
Are you up with her?
Yes. Well, she's sleeping right now. She just went to sleep.
Oh my God. Are you just tired or you're not even tired?
Yes, very tired.
Well, I hope you can take a nap after this.
Oh, yes, I will.
Okay, hold on. You need to send us a picture. I never even saw her.
Okay, I got you.
I just submitted checkpoint 4 to you.
Okay, good. Thank you. I just saw her in your belly and then you getting all the pregnancy symptoms. All I know of medicine. Okay, so I am copying and pasting this to you, Isa, in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
This is the outline for the essay and what needs to be in each paragraph.
Okay.
For your final product 2.
Okay.
So you can open up a blank Google Doc and type your paper into there, and it's based off of your advertisement, the ESOT thing that you created.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what I told the other 2 seniors was to just type up a draft, type it up the best you can, and then Friday I'm going to go in and add comments to it, and you can look it over the weekend and edit it.
Okay.
Okay, because it's due next Wednesday, the paper.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, Isa, you really don't have to stay because right now I am going over checkpoints 1 through 3 with people.
Okay.
So why don't you take this time to copy and paste this into a blank Google Doc, and then you can start typing your paper. Take like 20 minutes to start typing a draft.
Okay.
And then you can take a nap.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So for people who now
Do we have to do both of the ads on part 1?
Yeah. So, but look at here, Shair and Kian and anybody else who doesn't have this done. The first advertisement with the Superman, it should be filled out for you already. You see that? Like it says speaker, Superman, occasion people are getting sick and having weak bones. Audience is younger kids, superhero.
Oh, I filled this out already.
Well, no,
the
first one is filled. Did you submit it to me?
No, I ain't submitted. I just filled it out.
Well, here's the thing. The first whole thing is filled out for you guys because I wanted you to have a sample of what it should look like before you did the Gatorade ad. So if you scroll down, there's a Gatorade ad, and that's not filled out for you. So what we need to do is speaker, occasion, audience, purpose of that ad and subject. And then you're going to see rhetorical device 1 and 2. That's where you use these words ethos, pathos, and logos. Now, if you don't know what that is, if you go to checkpoint 1, there is a resource, a slideshow that we did. And I'm just going to stop recording this. Keon, but scroll down to the Gatorade one. Did you do the Gatorade one too?
The Gatorade one? No, I didn't do the Gatorade one.
Yeah, because the first one is filled out for everybody. So that's like a sample. So yeah, it's gonna.
Miss Christina, look how much I filled out. I'm about to send it to you and request it to you.
Okay.
It should pop up.
Oh, so you did. I see what you're saying.
See, I ain't do the Gatorade one, but I did. Like, you see how I filled out some of the Superman one?
Yes. So I see the occasion. The company is trying to say, yes, I see you did the evidence and analysis. So you did do half of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you know what ethos and logos and pathos, because I see you're saying logos is facts and statistics, ethos is speaker, and you told me evidence and analysis. But I just want to show you guys, if you forget what these words mean because they're new, where did it go? Wait, oh, because I clicked on your thing. So if you go to checkpoint 1, you can go to down resources for everyone. And I made a slideshow, ethos, pathos, logos in advertising. This has all of the definitions of those terms and examples of them. So have this open at all times when you're working, because you might forget, like, okay, what the heck does this mean? There is also a resource here that says definitions. And this is a really good resource for what you should ask yourself and what you can write about for each of them. So, like, here's some sentence starters that you can use. So just look at those 2 resources as you're doing your checkpoints. All right, so you just need to do the Gatorade part for checkpoint 1 for both of you. That's you do what was done at the top, you do the Gatorade part. Now, for checkpoint 2, I'm just gonna keep going, and then you can I'm gonna explain it, and then you could do it on your own. It says choose your own advertisement. So what I told people was, you can find an advertisement off of Google for any product that you like. It could be for iPhone, it could be for whatever. Just type in Google advertisements for food, snack food, whatever. All you need to do for this is fill out this soaps organizer. You don't have to do all you have to do is fill out these, I'll highlight it. The speaker, occasion, audience, purpose, and subject of whatever ad you chose. Now, in order to have it done, I need to see the image of the ad in that checkpoint. So watch what I do. If I type in iPhone ad, I'm just using this as an example. Whatever, this one. I drag it in, drop it, and now it's here. Okay? You don't have to write the paragraphs.
We don't, dang. That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, well then, for checkpoint 2, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if you're already doing it, then just finish it. But the reason why I said that was because checkpoint 3, you wrote paragraphs too. So at least have this done, at the very least. If you want extra, then you can finish the paragraph. All right, so for checkpoint 3, brainstorming final product, social issues. This was when we were watching the Cardi B commercial for filling out the census. So if you go on checkpoint 3, you'll see a YouTube link. Watch that commercial. and then fill out speaker, occasion, audience, and purpose. In class, we took notes on this. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can even listen to the notes and take notes on it. Now, for this one, you do have to write a paragraph. Which rhetorical devices do we see in the commercial? And are they enough to convince us to care and participate in the census?
What's a rhetorical device?
So it's ethos, pathos, and logos. So again, Shayer, those words, rhetoric means you're trying to convince somebody to do something. So in an advertisement, they're convincing us to buy something. In a commercial, they're convincing us to do something. Like this commercial is convincing us to vote in the census. So rhetoric is how they do that, how companies convince you to do something. And we can divide that how into 3 devices or ways they do that: ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos means they use a spokesperson or they use somebody that you can relate to and you can trust, so that you trust that whatever they're like selling you is actually going to work or is actually good for you. It's all about trust, ethos. Pathos is all about feelings. They make you feel some type of way from an advertisement or from a commercial.
Okay.
They could use an image that might be like, and I'll show you on the slide. This is why I'm saying use this slideshow. Because pathos is an argument based on feelings. And this is an example, like using a really sad looking pet to get you to who's been abused, right? In a violent family, everyone could be a victim. Using a sad looking pet and a picture of a fist to get you to adopt a dog. Using this title, like a violent family, everyone could be a victim. You want to like save that dog. So you feel like guilty or you feel emotional. So you want to adopt the dog. And the last one is logos or logic. It appeals to people's sense of like wanting to know if something's going to work or what's in it or the scientific stuff behind it. And some examples in advertisements are when, what the heck? Where's my logos example? When like there's a lot of statistics or like numbers, when there's ingredients listed. So like 100 calories. In the ad, you'll hear, or in the commercial, you'll hear Cardi B saying statistics on the census. She gives certain numbers and what those numbers mean. So logos, you could always remember as logic. Logos, logic. Ethos is ethics, like you remember as ethics, or if the spokesperson is ethical, if you could trust them. And pathos, you can remember it by like pathology or psychology or like psychopath. The root word path in Greek is for feeling. So pathos is, these are all Greek words because the first person to come up with them was this guy, Aristotle. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of other people have come up with something like this, but it's called a rhetorical triangle. And he believed that you can make convincing arguments. You just need to look at 3 elements: who's speaking, the audience, and the subject matter. And writers must take into account all 3 because they're connected. So ethos focuses on the speaker, pathos focuses on the audience, and logos focuses on what you're actually selling, like the product. Okay. So it's a weird science of like, but it's cool if you're interested in advertising, if you're interested in convincing people to do things, in like politics. We use this all the time when we get in arguments, when we try to persuade our parents to let us do something. We know our parents or we know our friends and we know our audience a lot of the times. And
you think I could be all green by tomorrow?
No.
Why?
By tomorrow?
Yeah.
No. When the progress report has already been sent in. So whatever the progress report says that's already done. There's no more progress report coming. So the next grade check is going to be next Friday.
Oh, all right.
But you still need to make your ad, and you still need to write the ad paper by next Friday. So yes, I would definitely get most of these checkpoints done by Friday, because it's just all gonna build up.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it do. And then I need you to take my term 3 grade.
Okay, I didn't put them in yet, but I believe you're fine. Term 3 is pass fail. So if you had what?
I say yes, I'm trying to pass.
If you had on your last progress report, if you had a passing needs improvement.
Miss Christina, I do not remember that last progress report.
I'm gonna look through it, but I'm pretty sure that you were passing for term 3. I'll let you know if you weren't.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
just focus right now on term 4.
I know, but I'm still gotta, make sure term 3 fine.
That's true. That's very true. So again, just checkpoint 3. Wait, really quick is you might see it got copy and pasted twice. So just do the first part, the soaps, and then the paragraph. How do we see this commercial? Is she using Ethos Pathos logos? And something that really helps is using the YouTube video from that class. And then checkpoint 4 was just the questions about your product. And then your ad is due to me by Friday. So like the actual slide on Google Slides, you go to Google Slides. This was my ad that I made. You need to make something like this, but for your comb or for your product. And you can watch this YouTube video on how to make it look like pretty, like how to do different things on it so that you could do that to yours. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions about checkpoints 1, 2, 3?
What YouTube link?
Have you been watching the Yes Philly YouTubes?
I'm just going yes Philly.
No.
I got the link to the channel, but I haven't been on there.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Cause I'm pretty much doing all my work by myself. You know how I be.
Yeah, but this will have all of your teachers on it. If I can find it.
Like if I don't understand it, then I'm just like I will need to go back to look at the YouTube channel.
Okay, awesome. Oh, this is when I got taken down.
Taken down? Why?
Because I showed another video in the class that was on YouTube, and they said it was like violating copyright or something.
Oh, YouTube said that.
Yeah. So so that's like one of them. And then from there, let me see something. Oh, here we go. Wait, don't click on that one. I got a better one. Oh, wait, but
My little brother's snapping. What? It's like it's about to rain.
hey guys. Sorry.